I want to explore the kind of thing that eats a man up inside when he takes back his ex-girlfriend. Sometimes it happens. Men get back with a woman after she's already had a full experience with someone else. But no matter what, that fact won't let him rest. He'll have this rotten feeling in his gut, constantly obsessing over the thought that she slept with another man. And not just that, it'll torment him imagining all the ways it might have happened. This way, that way, up against a wall, in an elevator, while jumping around, you name it. He'll be haunted by the idea that someone else touched her everywhere in every possible way. He'll keep spinning in his own head. What made me worse than the guy she left me for? That thought alone will disgust him, and that rotten feeling will take root deep in his soul. The thing is, men by nature are possessive. They're used to thinking that women belong to them, even though, of course, that's not really the case. I want to tell the story of someone I know. He forgave his girlfriend for betraying him, for cheating. While he was away on a business trip, she called him herself and said, "Sorry, I'm sleeping with someone else. I don't need you anymore." Later on, things didn't go so well for her, and she came crawling back, asking him to take her in again. And believe it or not, he forgave her and let her back into his life. But here's the thing. Whenever they'd be out drinking together at some party or banquet, I saw it with my own eyes. Everything she'd done to him would bubble back up to the surface. Under the influence of alcohol, it tore him apart inside. He'd start yelling at her, screaming, sometimes even hitting her. And later, when he sobered up, he'd realize what he'd done. But every time he drank, that memory would come rushing back, and it happened over and over again. You can understand it. He was carrying this deep hurt, and it was eating him alive. That's exactly why it all kept happening. But the worst part? The next day, he'd go running to her, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. And she'd reject him over and over again, saying, "We can never be together again." Meanwhile, she was off sleeping with other guys, and he just kept chasing after her, burdened by this overwhelming sense of guilt deep inside. He bought her flowers, a pricey ring with his last bit of money, and even got down on his knees, begging for her forgiveness. Eventually, after stringing him along for a while, she decided to take him back. But the cycle just repeated itself. Every time they drank, he'd bring everything back up again, lash out at her, sometimes even violently. Then he'd apologize all over again. And so it went, round and round in this toxic loop. That's how he's living now. And the truth is, I can't help him. He's stuck. Let him suffer, because I know there's no saving him. He's so deep in it that he's willing to forgive everything she's done. What I really want to say is this. A man should never forgive a woman who has betrayed him, no matter how the cheating happened. A woman never truly respects the man who forgives her. In her eyes, he shows nothing but weakness and vulnerability. That ridiculous phrase, "If he loves her, he'll forgive her," was invented by the kind of women you shouldn't trust. They love to say, "Only a strong man can forgive." But that's pure nonsense. A man's pride and self-respect sink lower than rock bottom. He becomes nothing more than a doormat she's wiped her feet on. And don't fall for the line. "It was just a mistake." Everyone makes mistakes. Let's start over. That's a lie. If she crossed the line once, she'll cross it again. In the end, forgiving a woman who's betrayed you doesn't make you strong. It strips you of your dignity. What might seem like love or compassion is often seen by her as weakness. Once respect is lost, it rarely returns. A man who chooses self-respect over second chances avoids a cycle of pain and humiliation. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is walk away. I hope this video helps you to make the right decision. See you in the next video.